I am sure sports. You know me there. I'm coach to coach representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick-Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick-Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Hey, well. Good evening. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. This is your host, Mullins Man. As usual, we have a good one lined up for you, in store for you. So jump on in. Come on, enjoy the program. It will be good. Now we're starting a new series, and every week leading up to the beginning of the Jamaica Premier League, the JPL, will be featuring coaches and managers of the team, so we can begin to give some airtime to our local football competition, to highlight some of the structural changes happening in the management of some of these teams. I think that is a good thing, so we can all know what is happening in the league, just outside of the field of play. I think sometimes we're unaware of all the background work that is done, and there is always this customary idea that the league is quote unquote bush league and disorganized, and we don't realize sometimes the kind of effort and time that people put in the league to make it what it is, the kind of financial resources that are poured in from persons' own pockets, and also from sponsors. So we're going to spend some time doing that and talking to some of the coaches that really matters and the leaders of the teams and all of that. All right. And so tonight is going to be the first one in this series. And we will be having members of Molynes United with us tonight on the show. There is a little bit of technical difficulty. They should have been here from 8, the start time, but we're going to give them a little time. There is a power cut in the area that the coach is, and so he's having a little difficulty. And the manager, the team manager, he will be on. We'll be also having persons from Mount Pleasant and Harborview, just all the clubs, to hear what is happening as we discuss the football. And then we will also be giving you an opportunity during these programs to call in and ask. So if you are a fan of Mount Pleasant, a fan of Molynes, you can call in and ask questions of the persons who are running your team. All right. Tomorrow as well at 11 a.m. So we have two shows generally, one at 11 a.m. and we have one at 8:30 p.m. All right. We'll be having Kendall Mercury from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He will be on I Am Sure Sports in the morning. So please make sure you tune into that. And then at the 8:30 show, we'll be having a next person representing the JPL team. Want to welcome all the persons who are watching. Hope you had a great weekend and you had a good start to the week. A lot of sporting information out there. As usual, we want to begin, all right, our program with a little bit of inspiration. Like I said, I have these national footballers that time and time again they send me, just inspirational stuff that I want to share with you. So let me welcome those who I see. Coach Andrew Edwards, director of football, man who runs things down there at his academy out in Manchester. Blessings to you in Williamsfield, Manchester. That's where he's located. Also, because of his connection, when the transfer window is closed, which is next week, Monday or Tuesday, we'll be having Gus Williams. He'll be joining us. He identified talent, and I've worked long in football in Europe, and he will be on the platform talking about that with us. All right, so I want to share this inspirational thought. This is one I got from former reggae boy Gregory Messam. He says, "Let's keep it." All right, let me do this one. He says, "When you look for the good in others, you discover the best in yourself." It says, "Waking up to see another day is a blessing from Jah. Don't take it for granted. You have to start thanking Jah for what He told you instead of focusing on what you see. When you are under pressure, it is important to dwell on His promises. Maybe you're discouraged over how long your dream is taking. He is saying, did I not tell you what I started, I will finish? When people with more influence at the office are trying to push you down, God is saying, did I not tell you I will fight your battles for you? When you remember what God says, that God said, what God says, fear, doubt, and worry cannot stay, and faith will rise in your heart. Father, thank you for the power that forward when I remember the promises in your word, when I remember what you have said. Thank you for what you have whispered to me in the night. I declare that I will walk by faith in you and not focus on what I see. They didn't believe in us, but we will believe in God. It says upness, wellness, and greatness to one and all. Sealer. So wanted to share that with you. Give thanks for life. We always say that because it's not guaranteed to any of us. Now, before we get in, let me share with you a few things that I want to just touch on them a little bit. I didn't want to make a show around them because I'm trying not to do stuff that everybody else is doing. We'll be very soon be engaging, let me just say this, the Jamaica Netball Association. And part of the idea is to help us and help Netball Jamaica to be big. I don't know if you realize that netball as a team sport has maintained, the Jamaican netball team has maintained the highest rank globally as a team sport, as a Jamaican team for the longest period of time. And given that we can say they are the most successful team sport that we have in Jamaica, and we're going to be shedding some light on the sport of netball in the next few weeks and months as well. All right, so just thought I'd share that with you so you can look out for that. And it's always good to speak about the ladies and to lift up the ladies, and to give power to our females because they continue to hold things down in our country when things seem to be going haywire and downward. I'm telling you. Yeah. And so let's discuss. Chris Binney again is a Caribbean champion. For those of you who don't know, he won that over the weekend, and he has. I mean, he just keeps on winning, keeps on winning, keeps on winning. So big up to Chris Binney on the success that he got. Um, yeah, in yep, in squash. Yeah, yeah, so big up to Chris Binney. Continue to hold it down for Jamaica there. Just a sport out there that we don't fancy a whole lot. But so let's get into a couple of things. One, there has been discussion all around, right? So I did a video a couple days ago and I spoke about how the voting for the presidency and the leadership of the Jamaica Football Federation has expanded. It has gone beyond the 13 that was changed by Captain Horace Burrell to now 57, and how they have just broken that down into three major areas, where one area has 26 votes, the other has 16, and the other has 15. You add that all together, I believe you get 57. All right. A lot of this was FIFA saying it needs to happen before the next election. I don't know if the JFF would have done it if FIFA did not say do it before the next election. But it was a recommendation because FIFA did say that they were supposed to, the amount of votes was just not realistic and it needed to be changed. The JFF were the ones who then moved it from 13, put the proposal to FIFA. And I don't know if they had less, but I know that 57 is what it is for this election that is coming up. It also stands to reason that it could go even beyond that in the future. So wanted to clarify that. All right. So here it is that it has been expanded to 57 votes. And what has in the short time since that has been out, I don't hear people saying, okay, we are going to put together a campaign, we're going to put together something to remove from office the present leadership. There is a continuing cry for resignation. So I'm here to help you. Those cries are falling on deaf ears. The present leadership of the Jamaica Football Federation will not resign. They will not move unless you vote them out. So instead of taking up airtime to speak about and calling for their resignation, it's not going to happen. Put together yourself and go and beat them. Go and beat them. You have enough proof that they haven't been doing a good job. Put together your campaign. I don't think you should be wasting your time beseeching them, pleading with them, and begging them to resign. Why would someone resign from something that in their own eyes they have no reason to, and they believe that they are being successful at it? We may all disagree, but in their heads they are doing well. So why are they going to resign? So don't spend your time trying to get them to resign. It's a year and a couple of months. If you take out Christmas out of it and all the holidays, it's less than a year. That is enough time for you to put together a comprehensive manifesto, get together a group of people who will serve with you and take them on. Whether you're from overseas, you can come. As long as you're a Jamaican, all you need to do is to be an affiliate. All right? Many people, it would be good if they walked away, save face, step away from it. But management, I'm telling you that they are not going to do that. When it comes on to the top leadership level, I think Prime Minister Bruce Golding, he did resign, but you really find these things. So this idea that the more people talk is the closer they don't get to resignation. Maybe that would have been a reality 3 years ago. But with just months left before the election, let me tell you this, unless there is something that is astronomically significant on the corruption scale that is brought to the light they are not going to resign. Whether should they? Yes. Will they? No. So it is pointless to be having consistent dialogue about that. The dialogue should be, what must we do? How can we come together to destabilize the leadership there, remove them, and install leadership that we think can get the job? If everything that is said is true, then this should be the easiest election to win. Remember, they have been classified as incompetent, as corrupt, as being novices, idiots, men without vision, no plans. It has been bandied about. They have poor relationship with their coaches, with parish association, the players, both male and female. All those things are saying, well, until the Adidas deal, the consistent cry has also been, nothing now go on, we don't have no money. So it shouldn't be a difficult task for a well-organized group of people to beat them. But we love to talk with no action. So we're going to sit and talk and talk and talk. Nobody goes up against them. They win uncontested. And then you hear we come back on social media for the next 3 years cussing that they should move because they are incompetent. To me, my humble opinion is that is pointless. I have to even change the thumbnail on this video because I'm not seeing my guest. But to me, that is pointless. Image and reality is not coinciding. We are projecting an image like these people should not be there. But the reality is that the people who can are doing nothing. The spaces on social media is open. No one is coming out except probably Mr. Rudolph Speed to speak. Whomever is going up against them have all the platforms to come and speak and begin to disseminate their manifestos to the public. Begin to talk about the plan for Jamaica's football, the vision for 2026. Call it V26R16. In other words, Vision 2026, you get into the round of 16. Call it that. Give it a fancy name. Begin to do something. Don't get up every day and talk and cuss and do nothing. Because it means that we'll be similar to the people who argue about who leads the country politically. And they cuss every day. They will call even talk show programs, but they never vote. Instead of you saying, maybe this person, listen, call them up and say, I will help you. How can I support you? Do that. Again, let me put it to you. The things that has been said, if all the things that have been said, that the people who are at the JFF, them dunce, them not going to school, them if all of those things are accurate, then it's a cakewalk. Easy, like Sunday morning, to remove them. It cannot be that difficult, especially now that there are 57 votes. Because right now, nobody knows who the top 4 teams are going to be. So all they need to do is to form relationship with all the teams. Hey, Diego.
Yes, the great mornings, man. Am I on the air?
Yeah, you're live on here. How you doing, man?
Why? and just too deep. And your wife look at me and say, what is so fun? Man, I love what you tell these people. These people are corrupt.
Yeah.
They're incompetent. They're inspect toilets. They're careful. Vote them out. Get the campaign together. This would be the easiest election in the world to win.
Then exactly.
Man, I couldn't agree, no, but I've been saying it so long enough, and people don't get it. So to hear a man like you saying it and the world is listening now, the diaspora, especially my friends in the diaspora, boss. When they see me at the park on Saturday and Sunday, get out. Make them resign. Them for resign.
No, they don't.
Someone say, get your candidate together.
Exactly. Why them need to resign? They have no reason to resign. They have no reason to resign now. Because in their heads, they are saying that we are doing a good job. The people out there are saying that, no, you're not. But they believe that they have managed the football well. So they have no reason to resign in their heads. So all you have to do then, seeing that them incompetent, none of them not going to good school, them can't read, them corrupt.
Them inspect toilets.
Them inspect, according to there you go. You understand me? Why not? It's the easiest election to win.
But on that again, the president don't do nothing about football. All them have is titty bar and taxi on the road. so good campaign now. Now is when you campaign and bring out all those things now to the voters now.
Exactly. Bring out those things to the people you want to vote, because now it moved from 13 to 56. So now we know. And
before you go, the FIFA have given them a favor, because when the Captain Burrell 13 vote, this thing was that Captain Burrell will be there for life. So no, FIFA give them a lifeline with the 57, with Issa and the referee associate.
Exactly.
Yes.
Schoolboy football going on now. You meet with Issa and tell them your plans. You understand?
Thank you.
You meet the JPL soon start. This is what they should be doing. Right now, they have and part of the listener, them have players union. There's no players union right now, If you are going to run against them, go and form the players union. Get one of your persons who are going to be on your team to form a players union. Because there's none. So they can have a vote. Because if you form the union, then them will vote for you.
But you know what puzzles me? And again, you are there locally, I'm in the diaspora. So you hear it on ground zero. When I go is a lot of these people talking to me, and telling me the man for resign, These are ex-footballers who are connected just by a phone call to Tyrone Marshall, the man Ralph, Andy Williams, Ricardo Fuller. These are all legendary players, So you can motivate one of these players to even run against the current president.
Because what you have to lose, all I'm saying is that this is not like the presidential election, like for a country, This is a football election. There's nothing, if you lose, there's nothing to lose. If you come in to go up against him, even if you don't win, you don't lose nothing.
Simple.
What are you losing? You're not losing anything. But what I don't want, Diego, is when this gone and election gone, and you hear that them they have been reappointed uncontested. Then you hear people who come and cuss Mullins, man, and cuss me, and cuss this a vlogger and cuss. No, now is the moment. You have 1 year. Stop call for resignation and put together a campaign and remove them on them.
But you have a blogger there. You have your friend. When him from Canada, my little Rachel Bahala, they're from Whitestone, the Hornet. He's supposed to be Ryan.
Yeah.
That man's supposed to be the first one. If you are motivated to find a candidate for run for this, run this man. Well, I love how you say it, because that's the problem I have with Jamaicans, Talk, and no action. I was living in Jamaica for 5 years. I don't see people striking, people, in the masses, like when the Rosa Parks and they strike. and do things. They just accept things.
But look at Black Lives Matters is a perfect example. Look how
Thank
America
you.
took that and made it global. Up till now, people are still doing it. This is the thing. Sometimes you have to do something and stop the people talking and complain. And then people like me and radio hosts and people like you, Diego, when you say the man don't need to we get cussing. When really all people had to do is to come together and say, listen, if they are as bad as we say they are, it can't take a lot of effort to beat them. It
Simple.
can't take a lot of effort.
When you give them good advice, now them across you as if you are support and you are disciple of Mr. Ricketts.
So here's what they're going to say now. Say, you and I are supporting them for staying. That's what they're going to say now. Because they're telling us. That's what they're going to say.
And all we are telling them to do is put your candidate and make a difference. Talk is cheap. Don't talk the talk, walk the walk. But the way they talk, they make so much noise. Why should a man listen to you, to people calling them for resign when they're making money? They're getting paid.
They're traveling all over the world.
They're meeting dignitaries.
Yeah,
why should they resign?
They're building connections. So after football, they have a whole heap of connection all over the world. You understand?
Yeah, man.
Because if you're the president or a vice president and thing, you connect with people that when you move from the presidency, you can still be calling them because you have friends all over the place. So why should they? Of course, we would want them to resign and give somebody else. But the person who will give it to, they look like them don't want to run. So why should you understand me? So resign and give who? So that's what I want to ask the people. Who should be running it? If that person should be running it, why he has to wait on resignation? Go up against them.
But as I said before, we have so many legendary ex-players who are businessmen now who have retired, where the people love. You have the Shavar Thomas, you have, as I said, the Baby Gardners, the Ricardo Fullers, the great ones, the great Andy Williams.
You know what I believe?
Alex Marshall.
You know what I believe? I believe that some of those persons know how corrupt the system is. They know that the corruption goes beyond the presidency. So they know that, listen, even if you go up, you have to go against the president. Even the people them who want them resign know that it don't make any sense because it's the same person out of the mall who going to come up to the place. Because I
don't see why that, but it isn't a JPL a private association, so the new person can change everything.
No, but what I'm saying,
it doesn't have to stay corrupt.
No, man. What I'm saying is that, say for example, just hypothetically speaking, say Michael Ricketts, all right, I'll not say resign. I'm going to resign. You know who will become the president?
Bruce Gaynor. Yes.
Son, me not think anything will go change.
Nothing. It's the same family. It's the same organized family. It's the same thing.
And if Bruce Gaynor goes, it is the next vice president. And they keep on going on. So you are saying then, I see what you're saying. So when I'm talking about resign and who?
Doesn't make sense.
Exactly. Going on the election.
Excellent point.
Because resigning is just the next person who already there, who's going to be there. That's how the constitution
is. It's like Diego is the president of JFF, and then my Diego Jr. is the first vice president. The next junior is the third vice president. My next son is the fourth vice president. So me resigning, what change? You don't realize it's a family.
It's staying at the family. It's staying at the family.
It's like organized family then.
Exactly.
When people have them family.
If Andrew Holness resign tomorrow, the deputy prime minister becomes the prime minister. The next party don't come in power. They have to then have a by-election, or you understand me, put an election to which next year. So no matter who come in right now, there's not going to be a next election until November.
But you gave the example.
Yeah.
The one from the prime minister resigned and Holness took over. What was it in that era of the Tivoli Gardens
incursion?
thing?
Exactly.
Incursion.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
What was his name again from Woolman's?
Bruce Golden.
Bruce Golding.
Yeah.
Who became the prime minister? The same family.
There you go. And then they had an election. And he lost in the election. So at the end of the day, the only way they can be removed is by an election, not by resignation. And that the people them say I'm mad this, you know. That is the only way them can.
Boy, you know, long I've been saying it on the radio and in the diaspora, and when I go to the stadiums, you know, run. The election is coming up. It's better now because now it's open up. So what I want all these people to do now is tell me who is the candidate.
Yeah, because all you need, you know, all you need is out of the 57, you need 3 persons. And once you get 3, like what is the term they use? You have to be nominated by 3 group.
Mm-hmm.
So
right.
So if Trelawney nominate you and the referee nominate you and Issa nominate you, you dip on the ballot. You're on the ballot. So you may not be able, because remember now, 20 people can be on the ballot, you know.
Yes.
So even if you get to a place where all 20 people go up and you have like this one have 5 and get 5 votes and this one get 5 and this one get 5, it's split up so there's no majority. And now what you have is no people have to discuss. So that's what I'm saying to the people. If this is it, then go up, because all you need is 3 nominations to be on the ballot, and any amount of people, as long as you're affiliated, you can go.
That's basically what you are doing now, is telling the people, listen now. Now is the time to strike.
Exactly.
No more talking. No. So if they're going to come now, let's come with a plan and have candidate and start figuring out how you can get a candidate into the system.
Yeah, exactly. But you know,
and as you say, time is flying because the holiday and the World Cup is coming, where everything going to be dead till January.
Everything.
Yes.
So that's what. Listen. I tell people, the present administration has already started campaigning. Them start give money to women's football.
No, hold on. What do you mean campaign? Didn't you hear? Mr. Rudolph Speed, the technical committee man, the president said, Michael Ricketts can't lose. Them don't say it already.
Exactly.
The man said Michael Ricketts is in.
Well,
so this shows you the confidence that they have.
Listen, if Diego, but you know how these political things go. If you don't want somebody to run, what you say that? I'm gonna lose, man, because everybody don't tell me see me them a vote for.
Oh, you know that's how Jamaicans are. Yeah. You know,
they don't do no canvassing yet. In other words, they know that if they don't get nobody to run it, better for them.
Yeah, you know, that's a great ploy. When they say, so we have a winner already, man. Someone has to blow. I'm going to waste my time and my money and this and that and to go to Jamaica. I'm assuming a candidate comes from the diaspora, you know?
Yeah.
That might just say, the man, them don't say them win already, man. So that will prevent you from motivating. Yes.
The man America.
It could be applied.
It don't make no sense because you're on speed come out and say them thing that they probably have a plan already, so it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense to go waste the money. It's a ploy to get people, right? It's a ploy to get people, to really turn off from the system. Them no win nothing because guess what? The thing just changed. So how them know say, I'm not just a 13, I go vote for them. How them know? Because none of them don't know which 4 team are going to be at the top of the Premier League for vote. So how them know them win? They don't know who's going to be the leader, Issa, when election time comes. So how them know so them win? Them don't know who are the head of the Players Association. How them know so them win? The Coaches Association, the Referees Association. So how them must say them win already? It's just a trick so that the people, nobody contest it.
Excellent point. I didn't even think of that.
No.
Yeah,
man, I see somebody here saying, Diego, Mullins, we don't need a bag of candidate to dilute the vote them. We need one strong contender and back them 100. What I'm saying, that would be ideal, you know, if you have one strong contender. But at the same time, people must know that, listen, if you think you can beat them, you have a right to go. That is what I like about the American political system. You can stand alone even if I one vote you get. So I'm saying that there may be a next person. Let's put a name out there. Craig Butler may not get the support of anybody, but if he can get his 3 nomination, it's okay for him to go up against them, even if he's not going to win. Because if the 3 people vote for them, that only leave 54 votes. It only going to leave 54.
One question for you, don't know. A man that everybody everywhere talks glory about and positive about because of him ability to collect 100 million, even though your hosts were saying that Jamaica Premier League is the Bush League, but yet the man was able to collect 100 million. Mr. Clive Williams, Christopher Williams?
Yes.
Has he mentioned if he plans on running?
No, man. Christopher Williams, if he's going to go for the JFF president, is not in this election. So he will not. He will not. In fact, you see, because I can't verify this, but I've heard from credible sources that the present administration is recruiting him because they believe if they recruit him, they stand a better chance of winning. So you know that the campaign.
Hold on, no, boss. Hold on. Let me just get the great thing in America. And keep your friends close and your enemies closer. so that's a smart move again. If you feel the man who can beat you, you bring him into your camp.
There you go. So whoever is moving, Diego, that's what I'm saying. That if you're moving, you need to make a move now. You have to make.
What about Rudolph Speed? Do you know if he plans on running?
No.
I'm just giving out names that I feel like. No?
You might go run with my cricket.
That's why. Okay. So, I am saying, I am looking at people that I've seen in Jamaica football and saying, maybe, but no, they're part of the family. They're part of the clique now. They're going to bring them into the family.
I am telling you what listen, Diego, people think like, you know, the football god, them say that, I will play the fool, but I will not be played by a fool. You understand me? I think the JFF leadership has been playing the fool. Tell you what I mean by that. I think they have sought to recruit all like Speed and Chris Williams. Them trying to recruit all the people them would put up a serious fight against them.
I'm just giving out some names and trying to help those. What about Ali McNabb now?
I don't know. Well, maybe that's a name. So I don't know. I've not been hearing his name in terms of running, but I don't know if he's really even involved in football, except he works in the ministry, with the Ministry of Sports. But in terms of his involvement in it, yeah, man. But
one last thing though. Anything that you can. What happened to the third? I hear again the blunder with the 13 players stuck in Germany.
Yes. You
have any details on that for us? What happened?
Well, you never get all the details, but it was the same ticketing issue again. And I think there needs to be an investigation, an external investigation, in terms of who is booking this, if they have any connection to anyone in the JFF, and why there continually are these mishaps with the players. Listen, I recently traveled and I understand that there can be delays, but that it happened once and all I did, I changed the airline. It's that simple. So the next travel you're going to make, so I had to move. One airline had me delayed I have called it Europe and blah. I don't even understand why me have to go so far to go me go. So simple. It's the next travel that I had, I did not use that airline. It is that simple. And I did not use the same way of booking the ticket. So I can't understand.
No, man. This can happen so many times. A serious incompetence, man. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Maybe someone can come and explain what happened again.
That is what we need to find out. All right, Diego, we have one of our guests on the line, so we're going to hear from him. Yeah, man.
Yes, definitely. We're listening, yeah.
All right, man. Bless up. All right. As you can see, people, we have with us the manager of Molynes. He keeps changing his car, so you know that depending on which one he's driving at the time, it may be, the internet may be off. Are you hearing us, Mr. Mighten?
Yeah, man, me a hear Mullins, but stop people in this in this Jamaican climate. I can only afford one vehicle boss. Um, but I'm there still. I have about um half an hour, 45 minutes, because I'm
Okay,
going
awesome.
somewhere. I'm
So,
going to
so
collect
let's
some
make
stuff. So.
yeah, let's make the most of it because we're not seeing the coach yet, and he should have come on, which is Alex. I know.
Yeah,
Alex,
as I explained to you earlier, he's having some challenges. There is a power outage where he's at, and so he's unable to get the internet or anything like that. So that's why he's not on. Because he was going to be on. We scheduled everything earlier, but he's having some issues that is
all right,
beyond his control.
all
But
right. So
I'm sure he'll be able to come on at another time once we work out details and stuff.
all right, again, welcome officially to I Am Sure Sports. In your capacity, we know you're a regular viewer and participant on the show, but
Yeah,
we're
man,
going
no
to
problem.
speak to
Thanks.
you specifically concerning your role as the team manager at Molynes. How has the preseason been so far for Molynes?
So the preseason has been going fairly well. We started on the 29th of July, I think, or the 28th. We had a trial period. I think it lasted for 4 days, 4 separate days. We had a good turnout in terms of numbers, um, and we had a decent turnout in terms of quality as well. From that, we were able to select some players as players that we are interested in going forward into the Premier League season. We have managed to so far retain approximately 60% of our team from last season, especially those players that we think are in terms of Premier League and are able to help us going forward. Um, we've lost 3 players so far officially. Nicholas Nelson is in Guatemala. Um, he was loaned out to a club called Deportivo Zela. I think that's how it's pronounced. He's been doing okay. He's played 4 games so far. He hasn't scored, but he's had 2 assists. I think that team is about second in there in the competition now. We have another player, Carrick Stewart. He would have played in the Money Cup last season for Kingston College and was part of our season towards the end from the transfer window in March. He's left the island. He has gone to take up a scholarship at um, Brant, Breton, Breton Stratton College, I think, is a school in Syracuse. It's a NCAA Division 2 school, so he's taken up a scholarship there. And we had a player last season that was on loan with us, Jaheim Harris. He has since returned back to the club that we loaned him from. And it is my understanding that he's
He,
probably
he,
going to get a move
he,
overseas.
yeah, I understand that he's moving overseas. I think he may have moved, or
Or he has moved. I think he has
yeah,
moved.
he has moved overseas.
But
Yes.
I think his handlers will make, I guess, an official announcement in short order. Um, yeah, so that's about it.
Okay.
Uh,
Any
but yeah, that's
notable
it. I mean,
addition in
preseason is
terms of
going for.
players?
I'll tell you at the end of the transfer window,
All right.
which is the 9th of September. But we have some
Okay.
players here that we are looking to add to our squad that
Okay.
we think can help us to improve our standing and our performance in the Premier League. But
Understand also Fabiki Fabiki Farkison, I think his name, who was one of your players who went away on a stint overseas. He's back in the island. Is he back at Molynes, or he has taken his talent elsewhere?
well, yeah, he went to Slovenia. He returned earlier, I think in May. I think his loan spell ended. But he's been back. He's not been at training though. It is my understanding that he may be taking his talents elsewhere.
Okay. Okay. We also noticed that you have added one of the very good young coaches. He was at Arnett Gardens, and a lot of credit has been given to him by the Arnett Garden fan base for building that team in the year when we had the very
The
short
COVID, the COVID.
the COVID
Yeah, man,
year.
the truncated
Correct,
season.
right. He
Yeah,
he
man.
basically
So
went
last
out and recruited a whole heap of young players and did that. So how do you feel about having him at Molynes, and what sort of impact do you think he'll be having at the club this season?
yeah, man. So you're talking about Alex Thomas, former national youth player and stuff. Well, as most people would have known at the end of last season or towards the end of last season, we would have parted ways with our previous coach. Um, I think the evidence was there that things were not going as planned, and I think both parties agreed that it was in the best interest of the club for us to part ways. Um, and so we went we advertised the position of a head coach. Um, Quite a few persons would have applied or expressed an interest. We shortlisted some persons based on their qualifications. We went through an interview process, and the club thought that it was the best option to appoint Coach Alex Thomas to the position of head coach. So far, everything has been positive. We had a press, a media launch earlier in the year. We invited some persons from the media, and some persons who sponsored the team last season and have made some sort of a commitment that they'll be back on board this season. Some players are there as well and stuff. So far it's been good. Coach Thomas and I have a pretty good relationship and understanding about certain things. I think he has the full support of the club, and he's been working. And like I said, I think he did a pretty good job at the trials in terms of identifying players and stuff like that. And every time when there becomes a new coach, they'll always have players that have an interest in playing for certain coaches and stuff like that. So like I said, when the transfer window is over, I think more of that will be revealed. But I think so far, Coach Alex has been doing a good job. He's had the respect of the players, even though, especially those players who he came to the club and saw. I think they have bought into the whole idea and the mindset that he wants from the players, and so far it's been good. We haven't had any issues in that regard. So when the season starts, then I think that will be the truest test of whether or not we made the right decision. But I'm confident that the process in which we went through to select a coach was a good one. And regardless of what happens, I still think that we made the best choice. Sometimes you will follow the process and stuff like that, and things don't work out. That's the nature of football or in any part of sphere of life. But you have to just be confident in the process that you have implemented, and once you trust it and go by that, then you will accept the result that come after. But for me personally, and I think other persons at the club share this view, that we made the right choice, and we will be competing or putting out better performances than we did last season. So I don't have any doubt in that area. But like I said, the competition will be the truest test of decisions that were made in the past.
Well, let me just piggyback on that, because since you have been reinstated in the league, or you have had, I don't know if you know that Molynes have had the most coaching changes.
Yeah, that's a fact. Mullins.
Is this a long term? Is this a long term decision, or are we to expect that midway the season we could be making? We can say, listen, we're going to give this man, this new coach, a couple of seasons, a couple of years, or is it just we are the Chelsea type of team, 6 months, and if results are not the way, you're gone.
To be honest, I cannot definitively speak about the things of the past. I only joined the club in February. But I mean, the truth is, football is a result oriented sport, and I mean, if the results are not going the way in which, because I can tell you personally, there's a lot of investment that goes into football local. A lot of people may not believe it, a lot of people may not understand it, but there's a lot of investment that is placed into football locally. Persons who run and operate clubs, they are at the mercy of sponsors sometimes to get them sponsorship for their club. And I'm not just talking about my club in particular. I'm just talking about in general, because I've spoken to other persons who operate and run clubs and stuff, are in those positions. So sometimes it's a lot difficult to get sponsorship. Sometimes persons have to put their own money and own personal resources. You are very much aware of that management. And so, whenever it is that if you are investing in something or in someone and you are not getting the rewards, then it only spells sense that you would want to make a change. And I mean, when a club makes a change in terms of coaches, it's not just because they want to make a change, it's because they are trying to find the right balance or the right formula in terms of to attain the success that they want. But I think in this instance, based on what I've seen and the discussions that is happening around the club and with the coaching staff and stuff, I don't foresee us going down that line again in terms of parting with the coaches at the middle of the season or somewhere thereabout. I think that this time, probably the fifth time is a charm, they say, but I think we have done a pretty good job this time at selecting a coach or a coaching staff. I think the process this time has been a lot more improved, and the coach now buys into the vision of the club and what we want to achieve, and we are all on one accord. And I don't think we'll have any challenges in that regard going forward. But I mean, it's football, and sometimes things will happen. So, but I mean, I don't think we will have a need for that. But you never know, and
All
that's just
right.
the truth about it.
All right, we have a couple of questions. Let me just correct this. They are saying that it's not like Chelsea in terms of the change in coach. It's like Man U, so I'll just state that one. But I have two. So I'll have two comments.
Oh,
One
a
is
brain drain say that. That's so like
no,
something a
no, no.
brain drain.
It's not. It's not Brain Drain. It's CC and Jarvis. But I have a comment from Dre Anyweather. But I have this one from Fresh God on the screen, and he's saying, "Any exciting New Jersey design, Brian? Please remember, please get names in the back of your jerseys this season." That was a problem for many persons because they weren't able to get the player's name. They weren't able to like the clubs. Do you have like a site that a fan can go on and see what is happening in the transfer market, can see clips of your training session, can see where
Um,
your merchandise are? If they want a Molynes scarf, they can get that. I think that is what Fresh God is kind of leaning
all
towards.
right.
So,
So,
and then I
so
have a
that was
next question from Dre Anyways of Sports.
right. Hold on. The question are loaded. No, me see how Mr. Speed for you him come for the program number. The question them, the question them loaded. All right. So I'm gonna try to answer them one. All right. So firstly, one, we don't have a website at this time, and I think that is something that we will be looking into, but we are not looking into it at this present moment. Two, we have gone about and sought the services of somebody who is in the process of revamping our Instagram page to make it a bit more interactive. So, and not Instagram, our social media pages in general, to make them a bit more interactive so that persons are very much kept aware of what is going on in terms of players that are being transferred in, players that are leaving, and just overall information about the players that are in the team, games and stuff like that. Those will be on show. Um, Names in the back of the gears. That is something that we would like to have, but um, I'm not in a position now to tell you that we are going to have it. But it is something that we think is important, and we are making every effort to ensure that it is done. Um, I mean, last season we couldn't do it. Last season we just couldn't do it because there was a lot of changes in terms of players, and I mean the turnover rate of players was just very high. So it would really spell sense last season to do it. I don't think we'll have that same amount of turnover this year. So we may be in a better position to be able to do it this year. What's the other part of the question? Question him loaded. When I remember the side.
The other part of the question?
Yeah.
I mean, I think you pretty much covered it. You know, the jersey, the names in the jerseys, the availability.
Oh, the design. Oh, the design. Oh, yeah, the design. I'm not sure. But you know, fresh that's what they mean by design. But I mean, we have a fairly attractive looking jersey. With our club information and sponsors and stuff like that. So I think we'll be okay in that department.
All right, and then the other question is about the right. The other one is about the player. This one is from Dre Any Weather, and he says he's asking about a player that you have in your ranks. Let me get it. He says, Mullins man, ask Bryan, me hear you have a versatile secret weapon baller from Falmouth FC. And then I see someone here saying that Patrick is the hottest thing that played at Molynes United. So I don't know if both things are related.
Patrick?
Well, I don't know if Dre Weather and the CC are speaking of the same person, but Dre Weather.
All right, let me deal with Dre first. So Dre is a football club we have bought. We don't have any weapons down there. So, Dre is a football club of ours. We don't have no weapon. See? We don't have no weapon of ours. But CC is talking about Patrick. Ask him if Patrick is the person's first name or last name. Because I know of a Patrick that used to play for Molynes. He's now at Falmouth, so I don't know if it's the same person.
Oh, maybe it is the same person Dre and CC talking about. But
if it's that Patrick, he used to play for Molynes.
Okay.
From we were in the Super League and he brought us to the Premier League. He was there. But I think he has been at Falmouth for about 3 seasons now, I think.
Yeah. All right. I see here XLR8 Sports saying if they need merchandise, they can link up and we can talk business.
Yeah, give him a number.
XLR
give him a number.
So you see the number online, that is
the man.
Yeah, that is the I Am Sure Sports number. So can link up. Then if you do merchandise, man, XLR Sports, you know, should I link up all the vloggers so them can do merchandise for them channel, man. Instead of go do it overseas. You know, XLR Sports, move right, man. But if you send them an email, we will let you contact Bryan and the Mullines family. All right. See it, man, open up business opportunity. And you have to give I Am Sure Sports some of the commission. All right. Mr. Porter is then saying that changing coach every year won't be the solution. What you need to do is to have a coach with a plan, maybe 2 to 3 years, with an objective. And if that is not met, then you will have no choice but to burn him with fire.
Hey, hold on, everybody. Coach, man, you is a coach in the boss. I don't know how you advocate a man get burned with fire. But I mean, I would be inclined to agree with Coach Devon. It is not ideal to be constantly changing coaches. I mean, every season. But like I said before, I think I was not a part of the club at that time, but I can only assume that they were trying to find the right solution to the problem, and maybe they thought that was the best option. So yeah.
All right. Let me get to this one. CC saying that Patrick Shecklud.
Yeah, man, that's the player. He's at Falmouth now.
All right, and then Dre says no, not same person. Bryan know who I'm talking about. I don't know, but
no answer that, Dre.
Big up Mullins man and Bryan and his ending drive to wherever he's been going for a year. So Big up Blue
All right,
Mountain. Been a while. Been a while. Yeah, but I like where Mullins is headed. Is the team getting younger or older? Because you have players who have been with your team probably since you got promoted. Maybe they were young, but is the team growing in age up, or is the average age of the team declining? Or the plan
younger,
is
younger
getting
for
younger?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, older wouldn't make any sense.
Okay. So the objective then is it to win the league, to stay in the league, or to make it at least to the playoffs of the league?
So the objective of the team is to make the playoff for this season. That's our main objective. Once you do that, then we will definitely not be relegated, and we'll have a chance at winning the title.
Okay. All right. I know you have to go somewhere, so it seems like you reach a destination, so we don't
Yeah,
want to.
I'm actually there.
Yeah, man. All right. So thanks for coming on. I hope we can get Coach Alex at some time. And as the season progresses or begins and gets into high gear, we will also love to have you back, not just as someone in the comment section giving
Yeah, man,
problems,
no problem.
but in your official capacity. And I
Someone
do
is
have it
hold
that
on, repeat that for me, please. Repeat that.
let me just say this. Mullins have the youngest leadership in terms of team manager and coach in the entire league, which is a step in the right direction with you and Alex. It's probably the
Yeah.
youngest combination. So it would be good for the younger population that you guys do well and probably change the dynamics of how football is, that people can look at it and realize that we don't have to go for some of the dinosaurs and the older heads.
Mullins,
There are good young
all
persons
right.
out there who can manage and administrate and coach football in Jamaica.
Yeah, but the truth about it is, and this has been my experience with a lot of persons, um, they just don't want the younger person to get involved in the sport. I know that they come on the streams a lot of times, that they go to places and they say it, but when you're a young person trying to get involved or trying to be a part of the sport, whether it be at um, the JFF hierarchy or wherever, I mean, it's been quite difficult in terms of persons even sharing information with you or even the knowledge. I mean, sometimes I think if they think that if they give the knowledge to you or if they share it with you, it will be lost forever and they'll never be able to get it back. And I've said this on quite a few occasions. I know that a lot of persons may have a very negative view of him, but since I've been in this role, Mr. Speed has been very helpful in terms of whenever I need any form of information or guidance about anything administrative wise or the rules of the sport, or I mean just to go just to, the way to get to go in terms of navigate your way around the JFF and stuff, in terms of what they want or what they
Hold on, hold
require.
on. You sure you want to use that term? You're saying that Mr. Speed tells you how to navigate yourself around the JFF?
Yeah, man. When I say navigate, man, when I say navigate, I mean in terms of getting
How to get things
information.
done? Yes.
Yeah, man. No, man. How to get things done above board? I mean, not no, man. Definitely, just how to get things done. Or if when I just started, I didn't know that about the rules of transfers and stuff like that. And he gave me a lot of information when I wanted to learn about the JFF Connect, um, the FIFA TMS. He asked the manager at his club, who was very, 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 very extremely helpful. I mean, even now there are some things that I'm not quite au fait with or knowledgeable about, and if I reach out to her or him, they're always open and willing to assist and stuff like that. So yeah,
All right, that's good to know.
yeah.
It's good to know that Mr. Speed is there. Finally, I mean, before you go, I did say it finally before, but you added something. So financially, I mean,
The black
some
man
people.
wants some money.
That was not the question still. But I just now you say it that way, but I mean, I want to explain to people because a lot of people don't realize how difficult financially it
It
is
is
for clubs.
money. Then I forgot further.
All right, go ahead.
It is extremely difficult to run a club in Jamaica, especially a Premier League club where I think 70 or 80% of your players has to be on a professional contract. I mean, I'm not going to get into the argument of how much they pay club play players and stuff like that. But I mean,
on average, what is on average the monthly expense of a Premier League club in season?
On average, if you are running the club at full efficiency, monthly approximately.
Expenses meaning salaries, coaches,
Yeah, man.
transportation,
So approximately
nutrition.
2.5 million Jamaican dollars.
$2.5 million a month.
And that is just when you're providing the basic stuff.
2.5 million, and this is at the basic.
Yeah.
Okay, and how much of that, like the club gets in sponsorship?
From the Premier League?
Well, just in general, are clubs able to find $2.5 million in sponsorship? Because I'm trying to figure out that the prize money is not even $2.5 million.
So that's what I said earlier, you know, when we were talking about the coaching stuff. But from the Premier League, I must say, I think last season was the first season that professional. No, last season was the second season. But I think from the new PFJL has taken over the Premier League.
Yeah,
I think they have done a lot better than the other organization that was there before in terms of providing funding and getting sponsorship and stuff. But the truth is, it is not enough. I'll be lying if I tell you that what they give is enough. But I mean, you have to just find a way. Like I said,
well, that's $20,000 do, you know?
Go again?
It's $20,000, you know?
Yeah, but I'm saying, oftentimes clubs are at the mercies of sponsors. I think for last season we were quite fortunate. Our sponsor for the Premier League was Connex, and they will still be for this season. And they did a fabulous job in terms of.
Next time you're coming on, you need to bring them on so we can get the people connect. See
sure,
how the
no
people
problem.
can support the clubs who support the Premier League. But let me just give you these. Let me just give you this quickly. Mr. Porter says, man, I have someone who's coming to Jamaica in a couple of months who can help with player development. He's a Jamaican and maybe the best in Canada. All right, Mr. Porter. So if that is something, let us link up. Very easy thing that. Brian, you need an accountant? Question. Can link CC? No joke. No in the show, brother.
You can't pay a CC. Yeah, commercial free. You can't pay.
Can find that in a sofa.
Yeah, Duckland and a mattress.
Duckland, man, I'm getting a problem. You know, people being up on the door later on. Any payment from TV stream? Is there any? I think he's asking about TV deals and stuff like that.
If there is, I don't know about it.
Okay. And then he said you'll soon get some money from C Sports, but I don't think C Sports can sponsor the league because isn't it digital or flow or sports?
What is C Sports?
Isn't C Sport the new channel that brings the Premier League game?
Oh,
but there is already TV sponsorship with sports.
Yeah, man,
because the game are Canada sports.
Stream to leave through sports match, I think.
Yeah,
and I think they use Insta TV as well.
I'm wondering if there's any money from Insta TV. That's probably the other thing. Oh, CC said it's 60. We have to put up him next comment. 16,800 US.
See that CC there, right on point.
So he's saying that he doesn't need a salary, just a stipend. May I help Uno out? And Uno help me out. Simple maths. I don't much that CC accounts, a simple accounts. So again.
Tell him to link me still. Tell him to link me. Because I mean the truth is, Mullins, clubs need those type of persons.
And maybe there are persons as well, Brian, that you can reach out to in these platforms who can probably help with even a website.
Yeah. So clubs need. So I'm always willing to have a conversation. I mean, there's only two things can happen. One, it can work out, or two, it can't. But I don't think it hurts to try. So I'm always open to having those type of conversations.
You're getting some good help here because see, Freedom is a man who wanted to, I think, purchase. This is a person who always said he wanted to purchase Reno Reno Football Club out there in Westmoreland. He said, if I have a club in the leagues, they cannot show my team. I think he says without payment. That's madness. So he's saying that if he had a club, his I don't know how it works because the teams should get broadcast money if the games are being broadcast. So it's free broadcast.
Well, I mean, all right. So to be honest, I don't know the intricacies of the PFJL and how that thing works, but I think, to the best of my knowledge, I think Digicel is a sponsor of the Premier League.
Oh, okay. So they do sponsor.
Yeah, man, they are, but because their logos are on the kits.
So I'm wondering if it is they don't give cash.
I don't know what them give.
Their sponsor is to put it on TV.
I couldn't answer
Because,
that.
in other words, I go to you and say, listen, you don't have no way to bring this cross to the Caribbean and blah, blah, blah. I can put it on my TV for you. So I'm going to sponsor you by bringing it on and you don't have to pay me. But I make all the money and you don't get none. It would be interesting if the club saw what that is.
That would not be a good business decision.
But what if you say no, we are not going to do that? How would the games be on TV?
Mullins, the Jamaica Premier League can find a television broadcaster.
Really? That takes it outside of Jamaica? Apart from really?
I think they can. But like I said, I don't know what is the arrangement. So I cannot speak to it.
Okay. All right. I don't, but so don't when you have like you have the launch of the league, don't the sponsors they tell her like this company.
I wasn't at the last launch, because I joined after the league started.
Okay.
But I think they do disclose. I think they're, to the best of my knowledge, I think the sponsors sponsor the league to the tune of $10 million each. But
right,
to say if they give that in cash,
yeah.
To say if it could be for each team because there weren't 12 sponsors.
Right. So there were not 12 sponsors. So
but I think all clubs benefited.
Right. Okay.
So I'm not sure because like Fosca Oats, they provide the clubs with their products every month.
But Fosca Oats was also the sponsor for Cavaliers. So Cavaliers got more from Fosca Oats than other teams.
I am not able to speak to that.
Yes, so because when Cavaliers is playing, Fosca Oats is actually at the venue.
Yeah, but I think Fosca Oats probably on their jersey. So I think I think Fosca Oats was on the sleeves of all the teams. I think they were on our sleeve, but I know that they sponsor the league, but I don't know the intricacies of it. But I know that the clubs are able to get products every month, I think, and I know that Honey Bun provides their products every week.
Oh, to the teams.
Yeah, man, you get Honey Bun stuff every week.
No, all right, man. I have whole porridge and whole bun, man. One plan.
We're not getting a bun, but honey
bun must make bun in a brother. A bun, honey bun.
No, well, they don't give it a bun, but we get stuff from them, man, every week, and we get stuff every week still, which the players really are appreciative of. So, yeah.
Oh, hey, people, Brad, have a roll it. I don't want to keep this in mind very long. They have to have TV contracts. Does the league have revenue sharing, meaning they split the TV money? Based on what?
I don't know if they split the TV money, but I know that at the end of each month, each club is given what you call a share of profits. So, yeah.
Profit sharing. Oh, it's profit sharing.
Yeah, so like even remember last season the games were hosted by the Premier League, So I guess at the end of each month, depending on how much money they make from games and once they cover their expenses along with money from sponsors, each club is given an amount.
So do you may see a game at Arnett Gardens with all 10,000 Arnett Gardens fans? That money don't necessarily go to Arnett Gardens. It goes to the JPL, which is split across all the teams.
Once the JPL is hosting the game.
Okay, I see.
So maybe, I don't know, who knows, maybe Arnett hosts games, but I'm telling you that once the JPL hosts the games, they do a profit sharing mechanism.
When you finish watching the stream, we not to put up somebody the thing there. Rap Smith, why you give so much trouble? This one
Yo,
said,
it's Mullins, you know Raps? You know Rap Smith?
eh? You know,
You know him?
anytime I go overseas, we go check it. I have not met him, but I be a problem there, but I give it up.
He's a big man. It must be a big man.
Must be a big man. But CC saying that he will do it for real, man. From me have the time, bro. Mullins, man, he says I should give you his number.
Yeah, man. Make the link, man, is man. Not a problem with that. Link,
Not
man.
XLR says, Mullins, the broadcast rights are in the Sportsmax deal. Remember, Digicel owns Sportsmax, and that's what I'm saying because I think so. You're right on that, XLR. Man said that is why Bryan always drive in. Man, I make sure him not get no bun.
Rob Smith. Let me just say this, Rob. I have placed myself in a very good position where I don't think I have to worry about that. Let's just say it.
Yes, but man, I remember some years ago, Fox Sports would use to air the Red Stripe Premier League. Really? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Whoa.
But I think the Premier League is played on, like I said, Sportsmax. I think Scene TV brings it as well.
Yeah. Is it Scene TV also part of Sportsmax?
Yeah, I think they're an affiliate. So yeah.
Yeah. So it's still Sportsmax. That's why I'm saying that maybe there is something in it, but maybe there is some sort of money, but it's not a lot. Because I remember when I had Chris Williams before the start of the last season, one of the things that was holding up a lot of things was the amount of money that, like, it's almost like they feel like TV right should be the biggest inflow of cash, but it wasn't. And I think that is what affected the league. But yeah, man. All right, but we're gonna let you run now. We're going and then we have
hold on. Romar Gardo, who in Colombia, brother? What if a Colombia we used to go Waterford?
It's a brand. Oh, we'll send Colombia come. The defense need man like him. Maybe.
Colombia we used to go Waterford. That was a good player one time. No, he might play football still.
Romar, answer the question there. Is that the same from Waterford?
Waterford he used to go? Yeah, Waterford.
Yeah. Fox Sport used to show highlights of the JFF Cup, not the league. Oh, thank you, Freedom Vlog FC. Yeah. All right. So if Romar come and give us that information, we'll let you know. But CC, I'll send you CC number so you can connect with them people. And if you can help them with probably starting the website, build it, and then let them find somebody to manage it, that's a way you can help. All right. So go ahead and do that and help them out, people, if you can. All right.
Yeah, man. Mornings. I forgot now.
Yeah, man. All right. Blessings. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, man. I'll set up the thing with the coach. For sometime in the week.
Definitely.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, man. Bless you. All right, that is Bryan Mighten, the manager at the Molynes Football Club. We have around 12 minutes to go before we end the show. And there was a conversation today. Well, I don't know when it was, but a lot of it had to do with sentiments shared by Mr. Craig Butler, who is the agent of Leon Bailey. BMEG Entertainment, bless up yourself. Been a while. I know you're calling me the other day. I don't know, the whole thing wasn't working, but lines up and working now, so you can call in and we can talk. All right, so let me get back to that. So Mr. Butler was speaking about, the need for Leon Bailey to play, so he can have an impact at the club. And I think the persons in England, some of the fans, responded in very strong ways. Some even suggesting that if Leon wants to leave, he can leave. My question to you, is this good for Leon? Bad for Leon? Is this the role of an agent? All right, and all agents, see how many questions? Is it good for Leon, bad for Leon? Is this the role of an agent? And do all agents have the same clout? Like, are some of these things just for certain top agents who have some of the top, like Jorge Mendes, who have some of the top footballers, are just, once you're an agent, there is a permissibility for you to make such utterances in an effort to help your client. All right. Will this have a negative or a positive impact on his time at Aston Villa, and now we are seeing links with him going to Ajax. Will that be an upgrade, a downgrade, similar standard levels, though he will be playing in the Champions League? Let me know what your thoughts are. Just asking questions to get your opinion. You can also call in if you want and share your thoughts on this. All right. All right. So, Brian, if you're watching, he's saying, yeah, man, it is the same footballer from Waterford. All right. There you go. And Duclan is saying that we can help with this the website for a stipend too. Want to know what kind of stipend, you know? Broadcast right is the most important revenue stream to any league in the world. Butler can just chill. All he has to do is wait out Stevie. Stevie G soon gone, and they will bring in a coach that actually coach. Okay, so you think like the problem is with Steven Gerrard? Okay, that's interesting. So the problem is actually Steven Gerrard. You think that any other coach would have been playing him more? All right. CC, welcome to the show. Good evening.
Yeah, man. The Leon Bailey thing call for this.
Yeah, man. Go ahead and share your thoughts.
Yeah, my thing with the Leon Bailey thing. We can't really wrong Butler because at the end of the day, Leon Bailey might not be the highest profile player like them Gareth Bale and them Cristiano Ronaldo and all these other guys, but most of the time the agents, no matter who it is, them always have this thing. Cause look at even Adrian Rabiot, his mother is his agent, and I think when Manchester United wanted him, there was something that his mother is saying that he must get a certain money, and then remember there was a ruckus with his same mom at PSG while he left. So I think it's just the agent's duty, or probably the agent's role is to stir up like if their player is not playing, if the player is not playing, the man is in jeopardy of not getting another contract or extending a contract and stuff. So
but somebody was saying that he played in the league game that they had before and scored, and he came on in this game. So what is the issue?
Oh no, he played in the League Cup.
Yes, and then
he played the League Cup in the week and scored.
Right, and then he came on in this game. Yeah, so they're saying that why is it an issue?
Because he's saying that the agent is saying that he didn't come to England to sit on a bench. He came to England to start. They're starting player.
Okay.
And I think even the money that because I was looking to it, Leon Bailey was a marquee signing for Aston Villa. Maybe he's not a marquee signing for Steven Gerrard, but the club itself signed him as a. To me, that is why we come back to the question we had this. We said this months ago, man. I think I don't remember if it's on your platform, but the conversation came up. When you're signing a player, or when a transfer is going on for a player, when you go to the player, what do you say? We were talking about it for national teams. What do you tell this player in order to get the player to come to your club? And I would think that when they were signing Leon Bailey, they would have said that you're an integral part of our team, and we're looking for you to be. Look, some people might refute this, but I can guarantee you that when they sign the baller, they were looking at him as a starting player in their team. Some person might say, "Oh no, you don't tell a player that."
Well, that may have been Dean Smith though, and Dean Smith is the person who signed him. So there's a new coach now, and so maybe there needs to be. I think I like what Lanesra is saying. He's saying Leon should have spoken with Gerrard and hear his views. Why he's not starting before Butler made a statement. Pepe went to Arteta and said he would want to play more, and they decided to loan him out. So yeah.
But let me show you. But I think I'm watching the game, man, and Aston Villa, for all intents and purposes, they signed what? Danny Ings, they signed Buendia, they signed Coutinho, and they signed Leon Bailey, and I think they signed somebody else. In the initial phase, the coach set the captain armband from a player that has been at the club years. Like it's some setting as example business from Mings, right? Then he went ahead and started Leon Bailey in the number 9 position. Started Leon Bailey as a centre forward and have the 2 centre forward on the bench. They have the specialist centre forward on the bench in Ollie Watkins and Danny Ings. And starting Leon Bailey, a wide player at centre forward. So to me, even the coaching style and what the coach is going for, it doesn't seem like he favors Bailey. It's either Bailey can play number 9 or he can't play in the team. Because that is how we see the coach is approaching it. And I think sometimes you probably have to wait it out. I'm not saying that you don't want to see Steven Gerrard losing job or something. My views not count on that, but what I'm trying to say is that the move to Ajax, if the Russian try to move to Ajax at this point in time, to me, is not something that you would want to do.
Well, the thing though is that didn't Ajax just sell Anthony to Manchester United, who is a winger out there? So that could be a good thing, which means that Leon would be playing.
But remember that Hakim Ziyech is going back to Ajax from Chelsea.
Okay.
You understand? So even though they let go of Anthony, I don't think they would have let go of Anthony if they had not gotten the Hakim Ziyech deal or knew that they were getting the Hakim Ziyech deal to come through. So in that same breath, man, you might end up in Ajax and not play. But I'm saying that it's not like Jamaica is going to a World Cup. You understand what I say? So it's not like Jamaica is going to the World Cup in this November. So there's no rush to me for the NBA to go somewhere else.
But isn't this the 4th game of the season though in the Premier League? And how many games did Leon start? How many of the games Leon started in the Premier League?
He started the first game.
Yeah.
He started the second game, but I don't think he started the 3rd game, and I don't think he started the 4th game.
But he played in this. That's what I'm saying. That the comments. Why I'm asking, I'm just asking this question: were the comments premature, given that 4 games in the season, and he started in two, I believe, of those 4 games, or 1 he started, but he has played.
He started the League Cup, so he started.
So they played 5 games, right? But he played in at least 40 games, not others, right? And like I said, maybe the coach is trying to feel out: is it premature? Maybe you need it, or is it because the transfer window closed soon, and he's either putting pressure on them making him play, or putting it out there that, listen, if you want him, he's available. Because that's what an agent's supposed to do. He's saying that, listen, the window closed in a couple of days. You're not starting him, and guess what? Hey, other clubs want him. So that means if Leon doesn't start on Wednesday against Arsenal, is it an indication that there's a transfer happening on Thursday? Even
Thursday,
if
man, it's a Wednesday night, a window closer.
Wednesday night?
Yeah, so basically, unless the papers went through, remember, they have an hour after.
When is the second? When is the second?
No, the window closes on September 1st, meaning that...
No, on September 2nd.
September 2nd, them go?
Thursday it close.
Well, all right. You say it closed.
Let me just check it to make sure. But I believe it's Thursday it close.
It's just that it's a good thing. Let me push it back to September 1st, man. I tell you, man.
All right, let me see. Me just check it. Me check it, man. Maybe you're right, but me just want to make sure me check it and you understand me. Cause I know why you be me know why you be the beer. Yeah, it closed at 12. Yeah, at 11 p.m. Yeah, and
11 p.m. Yeah, and you have like an hour. I think you have an hour.
When is that?
After.
So when is that, CC? Not Thursday.
Wednesday.
Today is what?
Today is the 29th.
So tomorrow is what? Tuesday the 30th.
Thursday is the 1st of September.
Thursday is the 1st. Thursday is the 1st, brother. Thursday. So you can't close Wednesday. No more Thursday close, CC.
No. Thursday is the 1st of September.
I'm the CC, man.
No, man, I got the date right. It's just the day itself. But what I'm trying to say is,
Yeah.
even say, for example, Thursday, if it goes up to 11 o'clock on Thursday, what will happen is that you'd still have an hour. So once you can push through the paperwork, everything go through an idea, you have like an hour to do the final sign off. And then
No, that's what I'm saying though. If you don't see him play against Arsenal on Wednesday, it could mean that they're pushing for him to move. And like all of these things with him being linked to Ajax is probably part of that. Listen, if you're not going to play him, he's not going to sit here and be on the bench.
Yeah, man. But me I tell you, man, is at the end of the day, I can agree. You see, this problem I have with people, them not under all agents do this all the while.
Yeah, but Cece, all right, Cece, let me ask you, how many players Craig Butler have at this level?
Then that's the next thing. Not Leon Bailey alone.
All right, so all I'm asking, like, if you rub like a team like this the wrong way in England, like, you know, I think like English people, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, like a Stephen G, these guys and the Lampards and some of these former players, they have these kind of relationships that they communicate. Could this in the long run, like, you understand me, we don't like to deal with his, we like the player, but his agent, which may, one, cause Leon to want to change his agent down the road because of the implications of stuff like this, or Craig Butler have to have more players, big name players under his portfolio, because I think this would be different if Jorge Mendes came out and said this about one of his players.
Yeah,
because
but watch out,
when you talk about
normally, yeah, but Mendes not normally. Let me tell you, Mendes not normally. It's like Mendes to me in a normally talk.
No, what I'm saying that even Puck, no, I know that he may not normally talk, but what I am saying, CC, when you have 100 players all across the top leagues in Europe, I think
plus coach, plus coach.
Coaches.
A Jose, agent, you know.
Yeah, almost every Portugal player is under his book. It's just like so many of the France players who were under Pogba, right? Riola, that's his name.
Yeah.
Right. You have the Brazilian guy, that works with Arsenal and Chelsea a whole lot. That had David Luiz and William, all of these.
That's normally how it goes still, you know. I don't know why Craig, let me tell you, I think even Craig too, it's probably because he's not as popular as in certain aspects. Because normally, for example, I think one of the agents who were the players back in the days with the Reggae Boys, I think Fuller's agent, he was the agent of like half of the team, half of the Reggae Boys team. And then you have other local Caribbean players. So normally, you have one certain agent end up controlling a portion of ball from a certain area, because you have more, like you end up with more players and things. So if you had more players, to me, under his portfolio, it might have more credence. But as I said, man, him feel like him have a special talent in a team eyes, and it's like him feel like, but I can take your point that says it might rub them the wrong way, because the British media and the British people, them different, brother.
You see this point here that Lanesra is making is such a big point. Listen to this. He says Buendia, who was a big signing for Aston Villa, the Argentinian, because even Arsenal wanted him. He was coming out of the championship and there was this big, where is he going to go? Is he going to come to Arsenal? Almost a bidding war, and Martinez left Arsenal to go there, and he convinced Buendia. This is during the whole same time. Watch this. Buendia played 171 minutes so far, and Bailey played 179, which is an 8 minutes difference. Buendia scored 1 goal, Bailey assists 1 since the season start. This is in the EPL, and we don't hear Buendia agent a ball. Note, Buendia only start 1 match.
Why? I mean, yo.
Coutinho was on the bench, you know. I think for one of their games recently. I think he never even started.
But as Mr. still managed, some day Craig has to wait it out, because the fact that Emil Buendia and Leon Bailey is not starting is something when we don't know. Like whatever Steven Gerrard is trying over there, apparently, as the man I'm saying in the comment section, he is not fond of wingers or wing type
Yeah,
players.
but what I'm saying, CCN, here just come. I know it what Fresh got correcting because we did say 2 games. You play 4 games. You start 2, you come on in 2.
Yeah, that was his start 2 and then come on in
Yeah.
2. And him start the league game, league cup game. That's why I say a 5 overall game play next season for them, you know. And he started in the league cup game that they won. So that's why I say, yo, what as Mr. Man is every agent of them own like ways in terms or them something they go about certain things. But then again, you have to remember. I think these are the things I have to remember. Yeah, you might be an agent and you might have your own personality and how you feel like you want to go about your client. However, you have to remember even geographics, demographics, place where you come. There's a lot of things to consider because what another player agent can get away with because of the type of player and the country where the player come from and the level of something where that player, the level of, what would I say now? The repertoire where that country built up already. It's basically saying that, for example, if you have a Brazilian player or you have an Argentine player or you have a Spanish player and an agent that behaves a certain type of way, that player might end up it carry more weight than if you have a player coming from a Jamaica, even if the player is special because...
Yeah. Well, listen, here's what, because...
No.
No, man. Let me just say this, because Jason Guna is just saying that he didn't start in the League Cup game he came on, right? Which is good. But in the Premier League, there are 4 games. He started 2 and he came on in 2. All right? Let me say it again. My reasoning is not so much the playing time. It is that, listen, the window is about to be closed. The team need to be built around him because he needs to be playing every week. I think it's because I would say this is good. Start 2 game, come on in 2. I think the comment was basically this. He is good enough to be starting every single week, no matter what, unless he's injured. Because other clubs, if he goes to Ajax or goes here, he's going to be starting. So do something or else when the window comes, offers are going to come in for him. I feel like that is what it was more about. I also think he's with somebody who, this is not the coach who bought him. Remember, it's the same thing that happened to Nicolas Pepe. Nicolas Pepe was bought by Arsenal by a coach who wanted Wilfred Zaha. So from he got to Arsenal, he was going to struggle. And this is what happened. He wasn't playing enough under Emery because Emery never wanted him. He fell off form and then Arteta came in and Arteta you understand me? So sometimes that happens when the coach who buys your change. It affects your playing time. How many times you see Mourinho bring some ball or go certain places and when Mourinho leave them not getting a game?
Yeah, because the coach don't want to. But as I say, man, may I tell you, obviously, from what I'm seeing, the fact that Emile Buendia not getting enough game time as well, it simply means that those type of players, Steven Gerrard is not don't favor them type of player because Emile Buendia is the same type of player like a Leon Bailey. Emile Buendia, no man, play left wing, right wing, and attacking midfield.
Number 10, yeah.
Leon Bailey can play left wing, right wing, and attacking midfield. And then Leon Bailey cannot. And then he, as Leon Bailey, playing false 9. It's like you must say, yo, is either you're going to be in order to make the team. The start, and anybody can't tell me this, man. When Leon Bailey starts in Aston Villa, he's starting as the number 9. When he starts
but
in Aston
there's
Villa,
a next. What is the next? Traore. They have even a next winger who has not been playing, you know. Last season, that guy was playing with Leon, you know. The black guy called Traore with the plot up here. You don't even see him this season. But here's the thing again.
But I don't think he's on the roster.
But he's there. All I'm saying is that I don't think it would be bad for him to move to
Man, he's not on the roster. They loan him out.
Oh, they loan him out. Okay.
Yeah, he's not on the roster. They loan him out, man. But let me tell you, I'm saying to you that the fact of the matter is, and people talk about Felipe Coutinho. Felipe Coutinho, Emil Buendia, Leon Bailey, and you have Ali Watkins or Danny Ings up top can play together. However, the coach seems to not want it that way. It's like, as Mr. Manning, it's like you're a central defensive midfielder. And the coach will tell you, you have to play centre back or you can't make the side. So right now, as far as I see it, with Leon Bailey, in order for him start in Aston Villa, he has to be playing false 9 up top. He must go play the same position like Raheem Sterling is playing at Chelsea and score some goal. He must go play that way, otherwise he won't be in the starting lineup. And then the agents are going to get frustrated and all that because he's not going to start. If Steven Gerrard remains the coach, he's not going to start. And I think moving to Ajax or moving to another club right now.
Maybe a bit good decision, just like what we were saying that Traore was loaned out because the man saying want more playing time. You have to make up your mind. You know? I mean, Leon has 2 choices. It's not a World Cup year. Let me just by the time wait until January. Or let me just cut right now and go play some Champions League somewhere.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going to say. It all depends.
Ajax have money. Ajax can buy him. Them just get them just sell $120 million player for 85.
The man is easy.
The man them buy the Brazil man from Brazil for $8 million and sell him to Manchester United for $80 million in a couple of seasons.
$80 million or $100 million.
Yeah, I know. Probably alone.
Because but my man 2 ball I tell them.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, over 150 million Ajax get, man.
Yeah, man, over 150 million Ajax get from them.
And the coach, they have to pay off Ajax for the coach as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Ajax tell them 2 ball and 1 coach.
Yeah,
Yeah. But me I say is, man, at the end of the day, you see, Leon Bailey is a marquee for them.
Here, our fresh God saying that they want 25 million euros for him. 25 million euros is like, it is what?
Chicken feed their market, man.
It's like 22 million pounds.
Yeah.
Ajax can pay that 5 times and still have money left, man.
Yeah, man, that's a simple match, man. Ajax, if they want Ajax to their morning, Ajax want.
Oh, see. Fresh God is saying 150 million euros then pay for him. But it is 85 million in pounds. Ridiculous, bro. Listen, I hope because my thing is that when you bring in Anthony, where is he? I don't want to get into that yet because I'm not really that sure, but where is he going to play? Who is he going to play over? Sancho?
There's no say some ball will get that short, man. Because the coach don't identify some man. Some man now go make England side because to say Harry Maguire there already. So if a man wants to say, we might go play over him, he might go play over man eventually.
Yeah. Ajax must be the richest club. Remember, Ajax had a team with Dillit, Ziyech, Van de Beek. You remember that team that went to, I think, the semi-finals of Champions League? De Jong. And them sell out the whole of them almost 200 million pounds, you know. And them come this season again. Those clubs must have a lot of money.
Then remember, Ajax them a bill. Ajax sell De Jong for 86 million euro. Bill it for 85 million euro. You get what I say? That the man they sell them on the final, and then they come back. Anthony wanted that 85 million. Yeah.
Listen to this. XLR is saying that Leon should stay, get a loan move to Fulham. No, I don't think he should go to Newcastle. Maybe Forest or Fulham.
I don't think he make Newcastle side. Oh, but remember say manager, me not tell us them sell. Remember say Lisandro Martinez, that the defender at Man U, is Ajax, you know. 57 million, you know.
Yeah, I know, man, I know.
Yeah, so I tell you say, the man they not sell out and a bail back and sell out. Remember say Ajax is a building, like Ajax them are like building club, you know. Ajax them.
But let me tell you,
team.
CC, listen, I like what Conrad is saying. Good comment. I think Craig Butler knows something in the working with Ajax. Him just push that out there. So Gerrard, play the man. I think this is just play the man against Arsenal because the man are gonna leave.
Yeah.
Anthony is going to play on the right. So if he plays on the right and Sancho on the left, warm to Rashford in the middle, warm to Martial on the bench, warm to Ronaldo.
Rashford will be striker, man.
Warm to Ronaldo being sold.
Ronaldo will leave by Thursday, man.
Okay, warm to the little young Elanga.
Watch him bench him. Then I must bet, man. If you $100 million man come here. Bench,
no. I'm just asking. Listen, the more Brazilian playing regularly, the better it is. Better it is for me. A World Cup me a pre. I just counted, and there are 32 Brazilian centre backs in the top teams in the world playing, starting. Well, Diego Carlos got injured.
It's like, let me not forget to say that, man. Because me ask them inside, you know, it's inside pick itself already, man.
Oh, Brazil?
Yeah, man.
So, the more Brazilian playing, I want more Brazilian. It's like how them buy Casemiro Manchester every week in playing. So, although I'm going to struggle to make the starting 11. Because you have Fabinho, you understand me? So, bring in the Brazilian, then make them play, man.
No, because I think, no, man, remember, you know, I think they play Casemiro and Fabinho. But the thing, to me, Brazil, look like them going to start using them, Bruno Guimaraes.
I know.
Newcastle baller. But we must say, because 6 players, man, they have the same money. We must say, you have Bruno, you have Casemiro,
hey,
you have
Fabinho. You have to run coming on the man, they say, me have a party thing all night, you know.
Yeah, man, no, that's all right, but look more, man. But as I said, man, the agent, he might do things to say what he must say because he must see information. But I don't think it's a bad move.
Me allow still come here I said the man Rob Smith says England World Cup team started to look weak. The man call him the three cats instead of the 3 lions.
Yeah, man. Them side I look weak out to 2 man is me and tell us man look at me and say why.
Yeah. Why? All of a sudden Harry Maguire gone from bench, the man them say England side look weak.
You know, say after man them a bench man, you see Mings now play.
No man, but the youth from Crystal Palace now the new centre back man. The black youth.
I'm out Ben White.
Eh? No man, Harry Maguire must start as Stones from City, man.
Harry Maguire must start to win.
Brother,
Harry Maguire now get
ask you. Harry Maguire must start for England. And John Stone, man. Then have John Stone at City.
Harry Maguire now start back man, you know.
What about John Stone?
John Stone, when me see I give a 1 goal the other day.
Some of them know you talk about, man. Then have John Stone, man.
Ben White, I start. And then probably Ben White, all right now.
You have all Everton Trowkowski. You have all things they were just leave Wolves and gone pan loan forget game where name again. Yeah man, the man a % centre back. Where name man? Timori. You have Tamori, yeah. When name were just leave Wolves. Wolves former captain man. Him gonna Everton because him say want playing time.
Oh, Connor Cody.
Yeah. A whole % about the man them have, man. And the man them have Ramsdale.
Connor Ramsdale.
And them have Mason Mount, them have Raheem Sterling, Harry Kane and Fire. We are talking about. Them have Declan Rice.
Declan Rice to look like.
Conor Gallagher want look a baller me rate you know. I hope he make the team. I rate the look a baller there no.
You know, do yourself no service Sunday gone do weekend gone.
Yeah. But we don't want to go all over the place. But hey, not a swan song. This is going to be Messi sad song. Argentina now do nothing at this World Cup here. Listen, Argentina tomorrow reach quarterfinals. Man is not telling
one thing man is Messi my ball are doing for do. The World Cup here, so just will come on and no joke no show. So as they say, I just say, man, it's a set, go, man. From the Brazilian, I'm playing away also. But big up yourself, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
just want to see Leon Bailey play some more games still. But, I mean, patience and patience, because Ajax can build you. You get what I say? You're that probably want to go for a younger, but Ajax can build you, man. I come back in Ghana after. Enough, man, me still do it, you know.
Yeah, but
Remember, say that Memphis Depay come away. Memphis Depay come from Dutch league and come or something, you know. Man, you know, and never record. I mean, see Depay play some ball at Barcelona, but unfortunately, Barca buy up 1 dozen, man.
Yeah, they say the man them beat up Obama Young at Barcelona and say, brother, you have to leave it. You have to leave the club and leave the money so we can use it and go on for free, go play for somebody else. Man, them beat up the man.
Yeah, come here, same day. I will, man, that's it. Me, somebody posted it. He must fly out. Well, him left Ghana, London. I don't think he moving family, you know.
No, man, him wife was there with him, man. When him get beat up. Let's visit them, go visit.
I must visit, man, because I don't think he came up outside London same way.
Yeah.
So, I guess, because we plan to sign him, so I don't know. But a 2-year deal, he want.
When you say we plan to sign him, what you mean? You can't.
Chelsea, man.
No, so Chelsea plan to sign him. You can't sign nobody.
Man, is the way I say, man, outside pretty cash that are coming.
You talk Spices or Sagittarius or Aquarius or a Leo or what you think about sign. And that's the only sign you talk about.
Oh, so, man, no worry yourself, man. You see, anytime next time, watch out, one day I was to say, we are signing. And then you just watch the Premier League. I say, I would have been there. You know him, you know?
All right, man.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. All right.
Big up myself.
Yeah, man. Bless up. So the Manchester United fans are letting me know that Elanga going out on loan. You know that I like Elanga. I think Elanga would have a better season at Manchester than Rashford. I rate Rashford, but I think Rashford is not prolific. Rashford will score, but I think he misses a little bit too much for me to score. No, yeah. Who really believes that? Listen, let me tell you this. You see, France and Brazil are going to have 2 teams in this World Cup here. Are the 2 hardest teams them to pick. Remember me tell you that. See, Belgium, watch Belgium this World Cup. See them 3 teams there, watch them. When last Brazil lose a game? 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 No worry yourself. Wait until wait until Jamaica meet Argentina and I will see. Reggae boys hold them up in a Red Bull Stadium. Different thing. You hear that, Jason Gouda? There you go. Brethren, when last Brazil lose a game? Who win Copa America? Rob Smith. You remember who win Copa America, man? Who win Copa America? Yeah, there you go. Man, what will be different? What do you mean what will be different, Mr. Porter? I don't understand what you mean what will be different. I don't understand what you mean. I don't understand what you mean, Mr. Porter. Okay, all right. Big up Seymour Roberts. All I know is that my Brazil ended the Carnival qualifiers on 45 points. Argentina only had 39. I had 14 wins. They only had 11. That I know. What will be different when Jamaica play Argentina? You tell me. You see the reggae boys, I'm gonna drop some ball, man. My Brazil. Oh, you mean Jason Good? Oh, so Jason Good. You're don't worry yourself, Jason Good. Don't worry yourself. Tell them peso, cause them seem to forget how that final went. And how them the World Cup qualifier them try to go around way at the World Cup qualifier. Oh. Brazil. Anyways, we're coming to the end of the show. Conrad, don't do that. Jamaica not getting no 9, man. Not with Andre Blake in goal. Not with Rafael Morrison. Not with Leon Bailey. Not with Bobby Reed. Daniel Johnson. Not going to happen. Kaheem Paris, Shamar Nicholson. Not going to happen. The man ask when last Brazil win a World Cup? When last Argentina win a World Cup? People, when last Argentina win a World Cup? I'm going to ask when last Brazil win World Cup? When last Argentina win a World Cup? Well, on there, from Maradona stop playing football, Argentina win a World Cup? Mr. Porter, me can give you more than one occasion where they win Copa America and don't win the World Cup. So if you check the stats, if you check the history, you're wrong. All right? So I'm going to give you. Me can just easily give you. Let me give it, Mr. Porter. All right? No, nobody use a stat to Mr. Porter. You go wrong. All right? Okay. 1991. Them win it. Them never win a World Cup. 1993. Them win it. Them never win no World Cup. 1959, them win it. Them never win no World Cup. 1957, them win it. Them never win no World Cup. 1955, them win it. Them never win no World Cup. 1946, them win it. Them never win no World Cup. 1945, them win it. Them never win no. Come on, Mr. Porter, I use them the stats there. No use them the stats there. You go wrong. What you talk about? Yeah, talk about. Anyways, a little bit of fun. It's good. Now that the show is coming to an end. If you have not yet hit the like button, go ahead and do so. Tomorrow in our early show, we'll be having Kendall Mercury from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He will be on. Then in the evening, we'll be having representatives from the Mount Pleasant Football Club joining us to speak to us about what is happening there as we look to the start of the Premier League season. This has been I Am Sure Sports. I am Mullins, man. Brazil, Argentina, France, and Spain are the teams to watch. Yep. What about the three? What about the three kittens in Garfield? What about the three kittens? You don't think the three kittens? Belgium is a team to watch. Belgium is a team to watch. Belgium. This World Cup, my dark horse is Belgium and Senegal. Alright. Alright, don't worry yourself, man. Let me tell you, Messi and Argentina will win the World Cup. Yeah? Who is going to score the goals? Who is going to score the goals? Listen, people, tell me, who is the top Argentinian striker in the world right now? Tell me a big Argentinian striker. Tell me one. Icardi, Dybala, Di Maria. Tell me. Tell me the Argentinian midfielder who is a big midfielder anywhere across Europe. Oh, Martinez, Lautaro Martinez. Oh, come on. Martinez. No, Peso. You have to have Spain in that Peso. Spain rebuild big. May I tell her that? Spain rebuild big. Spain rebuild big. But we're going to do our... But Gina top. Well, Paredes is out there, but when you're talking about like the top, no man. But come on, he's good enough. Isn't they're trying to loan him out as well, because he's not getting in the game right now. They're not trying to loan him out. Paredes. They're not trying to loan him out. Alright, I can't pronounce the name. But you know that, listen, the France team is so loaded that when name Kuminga and the other one, with a long T name that just got bought at Real Madrid. Those guys may not even start for France. Rodrigo De Paul, good baller. But Paredes, I get loan, man. He's not getting a game right now, man. Martinez not really. Yeah. You know, Argentina, the Argentinian, but they were run out from Carriage Evans. Say Argentina go win the World Cup. Brethren, come on, man. Di Maria and them, Dybala and them, Icardi and them, man. Understand me? Lautaro Martinez. Hey, man, I know Martin. But you know who Argentina have rate the wing back? Yeah, man, De Paul is very good. I think he is their best midfielder, not Paredes. I think De Paul is their best midfielder. Brethren, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. People, look at the form that Karim Benzema is in. France, I don't think there is no team in the world right now. I don't think there's any team in the world right now who have midfielders, wingers, and except for probably Brazil, like France. We are going good. Al Griezmann now make the team, brother, for go World Cup. Check the France team. Check the France team. Anyway. France and Brazil, what you mean? Germany shall win. Gina, I thought. Gina. Gina, which team you're bringing? Which team you're bringing that? Yo, Bridget, me don't know if France, listen, if France lose this World Cup, may I tell you, although Brazil are my team, when we think about individual players, Bridget, may I tell you, say France have Just like how Brazil, I don't even know this, but Brazil have the most center backs, like playing at top leagues. Brazil. France have the most midfielders. They had it on I'm going to see, you know what? I'm going to try and find it and see if I can bring it tomorrow. They have it that France have the most like midfielders. When they come on to center backs, Brazil have the most center backs playing in the top leagues. Argentina have Messi and Rodrigo de Paul. That's it. That alone. No, man, but they don't have to use Kante. No longer they have to use Kante. They don't have to use Kante. Listen, they have these two guys who play for Monaco. Kamara, Mohamed Kamara. And, oh, geez, what's it? The next one name? Fafana. Why not? They have the one at Crystal Palace just buy. Hey, Pese, you mean to Arsenal centre back Gabriel Magalhaes not good? The man, you talk about the man not good. The man good, brother. Oh, so Gina Tapper. Germany are your team. I hope when we have the World Cup show they can jump on it. But Italy did too. Yeah. Yeah, the Germans will always be around. I don't think the Germans are strong this time around. I don't think so. All right, we're going to share some information with you tomorrow on the CASAFA tournaments, the under 10. Yeah, man. Argentina versus Port. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. No. Tell them Omar McFarlane, Richarlison, Vinicius Jr., Rafinha, Neymar, any team. Then listen, you don't have to talk about Gabriel Jesus yet. You understand me? Martinelli. You don't even call Anthony name yet. Yo, Brazil team, bro. You don't even call Anthony name yet. You don't realize that Anthony, when the Manchester man name just be 85, his name not even there on the list yet. Hey, Dukla, what wrong with you, man? Eh? Mr. Porter, look on them 4 Brazilian. I'm going to put Anthony in there, Gabriel Jesus in there yet. Check that. That is 6 right there, so. You understand me? Bobby Firmino not even in there yet. Paqueta. Yo, Brazil team big. Yo, me not tell no lie. Yo, Brazil team big. Brazil team big. Brazil team big. Brazil team big. Me not tell no lie. Brazil team big. See, Alex Telles leave Manchester and I play ball too. When they take all Marquinhos in my defense, Melitino, when me at Real Madrid, yo, the Brazil team big. Thiago Silva same way. Brazil team big. Yo, Brazil team too big. Brazil team too big. Who me have to start in a goal, Pesa? I don't even know. Me have got Ching Cherry. Rodrigo at Leeds. But you know, next, yeah, Rodrigo at Leeds. Pesa, me not to know if it's starting a goal. Me have got, you understand? Me have got, you know, Ching Cherry. Jeddah, you can't follow Pesa, you know. Yeah, the same overpriced baller where your team, Duckland, go and spend 100 euros on. Yep. Allison, Emerson, Rodrigo in Spain. Listen, man, may I tell you what I play for Real Madrid as well? The Brazilian too, man. Listen, man. Me all can bring all Joe Hilton from Newcastle if me want. Just for the fun of it. Brazil team big still. This World Cup should be nice, but I'm sorry. But people, do not sleep on Senegal. Senegal have Mendy in goal. Them have Koulibaly. Them have Mane. Listen, them have a solid team. We have Alfred. We have Alfred. Hope you forget Alfred. Huh? Brethren. Brethren, yeah, Duckland got talk about that. Brethren, come on, Brethren. Don't tell me you believe that nonsense. But people, what is wrong with Brethren and Duckland? And here's what. I think the European teams are going to struggle in Qatar in the heat. Or Qatar in the heat. I think the South American teams, would do better in those conditions than the European teams. I think where the World Cup is playing will have a greater effect on the South America than the European teams. That's my idea. Yeah, Mendy is his name, man. They have Mendy of Chico. Yeah, they have Chico that just left is it Crystal Palace, and he went to one of the I don't remember which one of the teams he went to, one of the promoted teams, but he's good too. He plays for them. They have a very good midfield. So he really tried to obia Mbappe. So obia is practicing in France. They took it to the witchcraft and voodoo thing to Haiti. I didn't know that, man. Brain Drain, need to send me the video. I need to see that video. Oh my, Mr. Porter. All of the players I'm call for Brazil are quality player, them, Mr. Porter. Then Neymar no quality man, Rafinha no quality man, Anthony no quality man, Richarlison no quality man, Vinicius Jr. no quality. Vinicius Jr. is probably one of the best wingers in the world right now, you know. Fabinho at Liverpool, you know, is one of the better CDMs right now, you know, man. Casemiro is just up there too, you know. Fred is a star when he play for Brazil, you know. Paqueta, West Ham just buy from Leon, you know, man. Hey, people, but Bruno Gourmet, yeah, Bruno from Guimaraes from Newcastle, just move over there as well. You understand me? But I think the climatic conditions over there may favor the South Americans. Oh, but France is a very big team. You understand me? I think France is going to cause some problems in this World Cup. I could see them going to the finals. I think they are a very good team. But I think Brazil have the best set of wingers going to this World Cup. Compilation of wide players. The only problem I think with Brazil is that when Neymar play, they play through him too much. I don't even know if Firmino going to make the World Cup squad. But people, listen, we are going to be out of here. So thank you so much for being a part of this show. 2 hours and 15 minutes and a little bit more. I think you know what? I think it's going to be tough because you have like Diaby and Coman and Mbappe and Benzema. But listen, I'd love to see Saint Minimum at the World Cup. I'd love to see Saint Minimum at the World Cup. Dembele. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for him to make it, but I'd love to see Saint Minimum at the World Cup. Yeah. Big up Sir Robinson. Your friend must not be mentioned among the ballers. Yeah. Yeah. All right. It look like we need to start our World Cup show and look at the teams going and go through them one by one. We have to start doing that. But people, every time I say we're going to finish, somebody try to come up with a more enticing argument to extend the show. But thank you so much. Please hit the like button before you go and support the platform. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Also, it would be nice if you would take some time and tell someone about I Am Sure Sports so they too can join the family and also subscribe. All right, we are here back, as you can see, on local soil, only to get settled to leave again. Yeah, well, yeah, we mentioned these names. They need to get reacclimated to the heat. Yeah. All right. It's a marathon, Brian, but we are gone. I just tell you, we are leaving right now. So thank you so much again, people. Again, hit the like button, share the video with someone else. I am Manizman. This has been I Am Sure Sports. And as usual, we say we are over and out.
Boom, check it out. I don't know it's Jason. I'm a represent for I Am Sure Sports. For the latest news and updates, check out I Am Sure Sports. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe and share. Jason representing I Am Sure. I Am Sure Sports.